morning. How are you? Happy Sunday. Sunday morning. Everyone's asleep. I'm quiet in my house. Happy Sunday. I love Sundays. Sundays are a love hate because it's the start of the week, but at the same time it's a start of the week. I love having like a fresh start. You know. Good morning, Arnetta. Isn't the weather right now feeling glorious? Man, is it nice. Yesterday's weather was absolutely perfect. And it's just crazy because after all these hurricanes and tropical storms and raining nonstop, it was just like absolutely beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm when I get off here, I'm gonna go get some coffee. It's a definite must. I have like a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do today, so I want to make sure that I have that caffeine in me. Good morning, Christine. Ooh, you're gonna right. See, there you go. We gotta get it in because I know there's a new storm coming in that's gonna be hitting um, Florida and on Wednesday, and that means it's gonna be coming up. And it's been like a really gloomy past 2 weeks here in Maryland, and yesterday, the day before yesterday, was just phenomenal. Yesterday, um, it was like 75 degrees with like 39% humidity, and it was just and then there was like a crisp breeze in the air. It was like the perfect day, like the perfect day. Like you could wear long pants like a regular shirt and just be comfortable, not breaking it into any sweats and just enjoying it. And the sun was out. It was so glorious. I did get to go meet up with a friend yesterday, and I got to see her do her thing and work her magic. And I absolutely love that. And then I actually then just basically I I cut out some feathers because I'm going to be trying to make part of today the bag company bag. I think this bag could be done in one sitting and not a problem. But instead of making the infamous bat wings just like this, I am going to be putting feathers on it, different colors and different shades. So it's going to take me some time to place them, sew them individually down, and the whole 9 yards. So it's gonna take a minute. And I have like I don't know, I think I made like 75 or 50 of these. So I'm going to really be taking my time. And I think today the sewing is just going to be purely just maybe just doing the wings today and finishing up the rest of the bag tomorrow. I have no idea. I want to make this bag perfection because I kind of have this idea of giving this bag to a really good friend of mine, and I want this bag to be truly one of a kind. Um, so we have that. And it's going to be interesting. Good morning. Yes, on the same. Like everyone's asleep and the puppies are asleep, and um you can't hear anything except like the crickets outside, and it's just so peaceful and so calm. So what my plan is to hurry up and run to the grocery store, get the kombucha tea that I want, and then get a bowl of fruit, get a green power drink to drink to get my greens, and then maybe get like a sparkling water. That's what I've been drinking instead of sodas. It gives me the carbonation and like a different taste than the regular water. And my personal favorite is the one at I'm not trying to be bad and bougie, but my favorite one is at Whole Foods because it's a sparkling mineral water. And most of the sparkling waters are sparkling spring water or sparkling distilled water, and theirs is mineral water. And the flavors that they have are outrageous. Like they have this, it's called summer strawberry. It tastes like you're biting into a fresh strawberry, and they use juice extracts from actual fruit, and it's a little bit more. expensive than what you get at the grocery store, like 50 cents to a dollar more per bottle, but it is everything. It is absolutely everything. And if you're trying to kick sodas, that is one thing I can recommend is, getting something sparkling water, no that has no artificial flavoring or any, anything in there that adds additional calories. And that's what I've been up to. And yeah, right now, as soon as I get off here, that's where I plan on going because it's whatever. My Trader Joe's is not open until for very late. I was thinking about going there, but Columbia has a very weird thing. Like a lot of businesses don't open until really late on Sunday, and they close incredibly early. Like our mall opens up at noon and closes at 4 or 5. So that's Columbia for you. So, you're gonna start two Mr. Heckles. You prepped them at 85%. Ooh, a Western theme. Are you gonna do some fringe or like feathers or like really like if you do some embroidery of some like really cool like daisy flowers? I always like I when someone requests a Western theme, I'm like, yes, let's do fringe. I'll try to put fringe anywhere on a bag if I can. Cutting and prepping, yeah. I have to bag and pack. I sold a bag or two this weekend, which I feel tremendously blessed about because I was having a little bit of lull on Etsy, and it's normal because the economy's not doing the best, but I got some sales over the weekend and I need to start prepping them so that way they can go out. And yeah, it's been one of those days. You got some cowhide fox leather for Western fur. Ooh, that's gonna be cool. I mean, I'm always down for a Western bag. There's so much you can add to it. You can add beads, you can do faux leathers, fringe, and like I said, like flowers, like daisies and or like just like cactus flowers, or there's so many different ways you can make it more Western. Um, you know, I think I think that's a really I love a Western bag because it kind of goes hand in hand with like if the person wants like a boho bag. I think that's always cool and fun to do. Um, Look at how many feathers I cut out my for my bag company bag. I'm really excited to make this bag. So I have a magnificent dream, and I am really, really trying to make this dream come true. I'm hoping I cut out enough feathers. The feather portion took me hours. uh, Even with the laser, it took me hours because it's cutting out each individual hairs, the nicks, and everything. It took me absolutely hours, and then I had to go through all my scraps, go through find anything so I can get different like colors of black so that way that the it's kind of like we're contouring um the wing. So the wing is just not one solid color black. And the hard part was I had to make sure that the back was black as well, which oddly enough, all black, vinyls or leatherettes are not always black. So I got different kinds of leather, suedes, and corks to bring to life this this journey of these feathers. I'm really excited about it though. I think I cut out 75 or 100. I gotta cut out the pattern pieces to make sure I have enough. I wanted to make it sure it looks full, but I wanted to make sure I got materials that weren't heavy because this is going to, of course, add weight to the bag. So I'm really happy that the bag is made with foam because that's going to help extremely to make sure it's not going to be weighted down. Normally, if you do your bag with Decoville light, it does add weight, and if you put Decoville heavy in it, it adds weight. And if someone has like shoulder pain or something like that, it can exasperate it over time. And I just like to try to make my bags as lightweight as possible, especially if I'm doing some kind of crazy applique. And Shinova's about to get crazy with applique. That's why I have to get coffee because I need to focus because the precision that I have to do to get each one of these individual feathers on is going to be absolutely outrageous. Hey, Gypsy. You're making a wedding veil today? You got this. Oh my God, that is so awesome, Shannon. Like that is when I love making anything for any time there's a bridal thing for anything because I don't know, I don't know, it feels like they chose me when they could have went commercial. That is just you're a part of that. All the pictures, your work is a part of it. It's part of their history, a part of their memories. And the veil, the most important part when the groom lifts the veil over to see his bride is the most beautiful moment. That is there's certain moments at a wedding that always choke me up. It's not, um, presenting Mr. and Mrs. Smith or now you may kiss the bride. The first one is when looking at the groom when the bride walks down the aisle, because everyone's focusing on the bride, but you can see a groom's face slowly just transform into something that is once in a lifetime. And then when they're meeting and they're holding hands and then he's able to lift the veil over her face and see what's in front of him. It is it's masterful. So you get to be a part of that. You get to be a part of people's memories. That is amazing. And she may keep that she may need to she may how can I say this? She may keep that veil for future for one of her children to use in their wedding ceremony. So that's pretty epic. Oh my gosh, you're the matron of honor. Oh, that is so awesome though still. Yeah, veils are very expensive. The weddings get tons of money because they're weddings. It's a business. It's kinda like the hair business, like, it's hilarious because I hear people like, "Hair doesn't matter." If that was the case, why is the hair business worth, like, hundreds of billions of dollars? It's one of the highest things in America that we spend money on. We spend more money on hair products than we do on clothes. Um, it's just part of that business. They gotta make that money. Oh, yeah, definitely make yourself a bag. There's a okay, 2 point pie days. Yeah, don't worry about a bag. Focus on the veil, and if you're able to do something, then you can. But I think I already know it's gonna be glorious because you're Shannon. That's what you do. That's that's exactly what you do. You make magic. We create magic. Um, yeah, so that's basically what I did yesterday all day. And then I took Hope to go get a frappuccino and that's it. We were rocking our fros and people were intrigued with it. I always find it funny when people think I'm wearing a wig. Um, and so that basically what we that I was doing yesterday, hanging with my husband and meeting up with people. Yesterday was really fun. I stayed up a little bit and I was watching Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride. Yes, I'm a child at heart. And I between that I was cutting out, like I said, feathers for this bag. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing today. And not cutting out feathers. I'm going to be actually cutting out the bag, hopefully, and putting the feathers on. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. It's not a biggie. I had it scheduled for tomorrow anyways, but I had a lot of fun just hanging out with the fam. My son's in DC, so we're going to be picking him up later on from his aunt's house, so that way he can come home and start prepping for the school week. But yeah, that's basically what I did. Will you be putting the feathers on? Yeah, I'm gonna be so on this, the back company bag, if you can see that these two things are separate wings. And so what I'm trying to make these wings to look more like a dragon, because I'm trying to make a Maleficent bag, and I'm going to do each individual wing so the feathers go one direction and the other feathers go the other and become her wings. Wish me luck on that. Wish me luck. I was telling Amy what I was doing, and she's like, "Whoa." I have this Maleficent bag stuck in my head, and nothing's gonna deviate me from it except this might be everyone's like, "Oh, Shinova, you sew really fast." I get that all the time. This might be the time where Nova sews really, really slow because I have to sew on each individual wing to make it look full. And I still haven't decided if I'm going to do I'm trying to look for my dark forest green cork to see if I was going to cut out like 6 or 7 feathers to incorporate it in the wing so that way there's like a highlighting thing. So the way I'm going about this is contouring. If you know anything about makeup, even if you don't wear makeup, you probably have seen a makeup video in your life where people are putting contour on their nose and their brow to chisel off their brows to narrow the nose so it won't be as bulbous like mine. They do these things to kind of sculpt out your face. I'm taking that same principle, but applying it to the feathers. I am doing different textures, and like I have leather textures, suede, um, nubuck, and this beautiful croc cork and black cork so that way that it gives it more dimensions and it looks more crow-like, right? So I have a dark forest green and I have like this hollow iridescent black that I'm looking at that I might make a just add a couple of few so that way when I put it in between every kind of yeah, it's croc cork. You can get that at my handmade space. So you can see the differential and get some highlight so it doesn't just look like a normal set of feathers. You see, like you're putting different textures in front of different things and it's giving it more dimension versus if I was to keep, let's say, it all croc, although it will look absolutely gorgeous together, beautiful. There's just something more realistic about the feathers being slightly different. It gives us some dimension. It's like highlighting. I can't contour with crap. I just like to watch videos. I love watching makeup videos on my downtime. I'll sit there and like eat popcorn and watch them because it's like magic. I don't know how they do it. it's, I'm good at putting on mascara and lip gloss, whoop whoop, and sci-fi makeup. If I have to like turn myself into an elf, it's the same kind of principle. You're doing contouring to make certain features more exacerbated. Like I know how to make my eyes look bigger than what they are or make my cheekbones more chiseled than what they are, or like make me have a visible chin or whatever, because this is all a part of cosplay. If you ever want to look at some dope makeup artists, look at people that cosplay for a living or create costumes. They could do some makeup, they could throw down. So, yes, I have a stack of a bazillion feathers and more bazillion feathers, and hopefully I can make these wings pop without having to have more. Yeah, I can't wait to too. I'm trying to figure out right now the front panel. I'm trying to look for my Magnificent. I have Magnificent Camelot fabric from a couple years ago, and I thought it would be cool, but I might go to Joann's either today or tomorrow, um, because I thought it would be really cool to have all Magnificent stuff on the outside, but the interior has Sleeping Beauty. And here's why. When I'm creating this bag, I had to ask myself what princess belonged to her. I completely and utterly forgot about Sleeping Beauty. Now, this could be because like in 85% of the movie, she's asleep, right? So, and like Maleficent is just like wreaking havoc and taking names, right? So I don't know. I forgot she belonged to Sleeping Beauty. I forgot. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if maybe Joann's has some Sleeping Beauty fabric and put that in the inside, so that way we get the core of what's going on, like the exterior is Magnificent and the inside is Sleeping Beauty. I don't have any zipper pulls for either Magnificent or Sleeping Beauty, which actually really sucks because I would love to get some villain in like zipper pull Cordelia, like, all Corella I'm sorry, not Cordelia, Cruella, like, having the villains would be really nice to have, like Jafar, all that stuff, the Shadow Man. Um, So, but I do have the generic Disney head pulls, and that's what I think I will use. And I'm still contemplating if I'm going to wait a beat and order purple hardware from Nicole from New Moxie. Her purple hardware would be absolutely sublimely perfect. Or see if maybe order some green because we all know in the Disney cartoon, her powers and her dragons and stuff like that, they're purple and green. So I thought it would be really awesome to pull in the way I pull in color, like having the bag all black, with having the hardware and the rivets, the color of her magic. So I'm also thinking about laser edging like a really cool synopsis of her power. Like there's an infamous scene when she like raises her hand and the green smoke and all that comes edging it in all black and then hand painting neon green for the smoke. And this will take a very long time. This is not a bag that I plan on doing overnight. I'm trying to do this extremely meticulous, extremely where there's no specialty fabric, that everything that is made on this bag is 100% Shinova to emulate cosplaying, how people feel. I have a friend that when she cosplays as, Maleficent, her persona changes. She feels more empowered. She feels more strong as a woman, and I think that's the beauty of cosplaying that people who don't are not a part of cosplaying don't understand, is sometimes that we all have self-esteem issues, every single person, even if someone wants to deny it. There's something that we all feel bad about, and sometimes when we put on these costumes, we embody the person that we're portraying, and it could be so empowering. And I think this is maybe sometimes when actors do stuff, how they feel, like, can you imagine being Thor or Wonder Woman? You you had to feel tremendous. Like, watch the first Thunder Woman. Watch the first Wonder Woman. Watch that scene where she goes onto the battlefield when the guys were like, "We're not gonna be able to get past this trench," and you hear that, and she's, like, just kicking ass, taking out tanks, like, this is an area that they haven't been able to break for years, and she was like, "Screw this," and just, like, slain. Now, that scene gets you hype, and then all of a sudden you're like, "I'm gonna make a Wonder Woman costume," or in my case, I make bags that people cosplay. They now could take that sense of hearing that music in their head and hearing that seeing that in their heart, and now they feel empowered. That's what I'd bring. That's what I'm hoping people feel when they get my bags. That they can cosplay every day, that they could put on that shield and feel empowered. So, Maleficent is a very important character to me because she is amazing, and Angelina Jolie gave us a different perspective of why she did what she did. And then I just like I said, I have a very close friend that when she is embodying Maleficent, she goes from feeling fragile to feeling like she can conquer anything. So, this bag means more to me than just aesthetics. And, I'm gonna take my time, and you're like, "Oh, Chanel, you make a bag, like, in 2 hours." This is not the case. So, I'm hoping all my hard work pays off, and I'm trying to go slow and steady, and I'm gonna have to sew down each individual feather and also use glue to in certain areas and stitch it down to ensure that none of the feathers budge from how I'm doing it, and this should be very, very interesting. Oh, yeah, no, Linda, I laser those. I designed a laser to, cut them all out. There's some of them that got stuck, like this laser, I should have went through it one more pass, and so it's stuck, but I don't have to put it back in the laser machine, I could just cut it out. As you can see, it's right there. I can just do my scissors and cut out the little pieces. So it's like more than 95% of it is laser, but the ones that got stuck because it was like a different material and I didn't go through enough passes, kind of like a Cricut, it didn't go cut around enough. Um, I'm just gonna hand cut them real quick and do it. And then I'm trying to do one more where, like I said, I'm going to find a green or a glittery black just to contour the feathers to make them a little bit more realistic. No, I have not, Gypsy. I could definitely look at that. I'm trying to go into Galaxicon in North Carolina, um, and I think that's in April or something like that. I did apply for that, so we shall see on that. I wanna do that. That's gonna be fun. It'll be a small road trip for me and Hope to go, but I love it. I have to pick out my cosplays this year, for next year. My plan is in in either February or probably most likely April. No, in J sorry, February, but most likely in January, I'm gonna plan out my cosplays and what I'm going to be. I like to turn my cosplays into, like, a apron, so I have tons of pockets, so I can hand out business cards, take custom orders, have my readers with me in my pocket, and pens and pencils, um, and so that way I can interact with people, so I I usually make different ones and then I'll post it on Instagram. I sometimes, occasionally, if I have an adult helper, like my friend Ashley, then I will make a full-fledged costume and then try to enter myself into one. My dream is to win one day. I have made everything from Lydia Dietz' red wedding dress to my favorite doctor's doctor is Matt Smith. I made his outfit, but I did it in a corset. I did win 2nd place on that because it was a full body corset, and, oh, shit, that took me for so long. So long, um, and I don't know what I'm gonna be. I really would like to be Wanda from WandaVision. I would like to be, like, when she's kinda on the dark side. I have, like, the headgear. I do have fireballs that light up that look like power. I do have the dark book. I'm really excited about that dark book. I do have the dark book and whatnot, so I am trying to figure out what other characters I wanna do. I was thinking about doing Domino from Deadpool 2 because me and her have a fro. It's very hard. There's not a lot of cosplayers that have actual froze, so I thought I can do Domino. She has a really cool diamond birthmark on her eye, and I thought it would be really cool. Yes. Oh my god. A 3D printer is in my 2026, 2027 goal because it would be help tremendously just for cosplaying. I love cosplaying. I love it, love it, love it. I'm in a couple different things. I'm trying to get into BlurCon. If you're not familiar with BlurCon, it is a Black Comic Con scene and it is amazing. So many people go, it doesn't matter what nationality that you go, but you get to see a different side where a community realizes that they love costumes and stuff like that. It's like having trick or treating Halloween for 3 days. It's like freaking epic. So I love that. And that's one of the reasons why I love Halloween so much because I love dressing up. It is so much fun. It is so much fun taking your face and your hair and your features and changing them around to be a character that you like. It's fun. Domino is a cool character because and here's the reason why I relate to her. I am very lucky. I am really blessed. As clumsy as I am and, like, I get migraines, the thing is I am really lucky. Like, I get weird things happen, like, I could walk down the street and find a $20 bill, or I can catch things in, like, mid-fall. I feel like being lucky is a superpower, and people don't understand it. Like, you kinda walk on faith because you know that you can handle it, so I plan on being Domino. I am glad I'm losing weight because her vest is like a vest corset, and it shows a little bit of arms, so I wanna just, like, tone up my arms and whatever, so I don't know if I'm gonna make hers. I'm gonna make hers a non-frou-frou. I usually do, like, a over the top with tulle, apron. What I'm planning on doing with hers is kinda making it like a butcher's apron, and if you're familiar with, like, leather and they're, like, flat down, so I was gonna do her vest and then have it going straight down on the sides so I could put pockets and everything in it, but it won't be, like, over the top dress, but it'll be still an apron, but with a twist. So these things whenever none of my pattern none of the aprons I have patterns. If you go to my Instagram, you can see me making my Cora one. You can see, I mean, oh, Kindle took it down. I have, like, pictures were how I made the Korra one, and um, that one is dope. That one I made for Katsucon, and everybody was like, I should have put that one in a contest because that was a labor of love. So I'm hoping that I can show you guys when I start creating my Comic Con things. It won't be like like a lesson plan like following a bag. It will be more like you watching me create pieces on a dress form to create a costume for myself. I love making outfits. Yeah, hers was a leather vest. Domino wears a leather vest and leather shirt. She doesn't actually have any armor. She's just lucky. So she wears leather vest, leather pants, and leather shoes, and the leather vest is complete. That's it. She doesn't have like a real shirt underneath it or anything. It's more cinched in at the back. So I might do it similar to a corset where it's leather, but once it cinches on the back and the mid back, it will make it more form fitting. And the interesting thing about doing things like this is when you have, if you're not doing a full body piece in the back and you're doing it where like it's a mid waist corset, you can get gapping right through here and up here. So you have to have it as a perfect fit. So I can't really start working on it now because I don't know how much weight I'll be down by the time of the end of January, beginning of February. So it shall be interesting. I love doing it too because it's like a break, but from bags, and it's kind of interesting because I think people forget that as much as I love bag making, I have made so many different things. Like I think showing people my quilting capability, I had so many people reach out to me who was like, "Wait, why haven't you showed us how to quilt?" Because I know how to free motion quilt, like English paper piecing, you name it, I've done it. I'm hoping that I can show you guys how to make hats on the 13th day of Halloween. I think I pegged down a really cool hat pattern, and it's going to be from like either, I think it's a simplicity pattern, which is I have never actually sewn a big four pattern on my channel, so I'm excited about this. And I get to show you some different tips and tricks on how to make your hat elevated from a pattern piece, like how to put wire in your brim so you can make the witch's hat posable, and just tips and tricks. And I'm really excited to do that one. That's going to be the most labor intensive. And speaking of that too, Amanda Gerard from So Besties, I didn't know she was sending me this. She sent me a pumpkin buddy kit. And if you're not aware, she has this. I'm trying to see the name of it's, I think it's called So Besties. She's in Oceanside. She does these pumpkin kits where you make, it's like a pumpkin head doll, and I'm gonna see if they have a pattern piece in here so I can show it to you. It's a pumpkin head doll, and it's kind of like a rag doll, but it's with a pumpkin head. And she sells these kits for Halloween. I seen this. I thought it was a very interesting pattern, and I've actually really never seen anything like this before. So I'm curious, and I was like, oh, this will be fun to make. Um, all right, so there's all the clothes that he wears. Pumpkin Buddy is um an exclusive pumpkin buddy for everyone is finally happening. I truly thank for everybody's support for purchasing this box, and I can't hardly wait to see it. There's a PDF for free that you get to download, but I'm trying to see if there's like a picture of the pumpkin buddy. I'm not too sure. There's a lot of stuff in here. You got stuffing, a a brick. I don't know where this is going to go in the pattern. I'm curious. And of course, an actual pumpkin head, and you get his clothes and all of that, and it's like a doll. So I'm hoping maybe I could do this one too for Novaween, because I want to do a couple of decor pieces so that you can add to your house for our Halloween. Yesterday we got some pumpkins and we're like putting them outside of our house, and we're getting excited. You know, 'tis the season. Yeah. Oh, baby, yeah, baby quilts are the best. I like to make bubble quilts for babies for the tummy time. Oh my god, those are the funnest. Oh, wow. My quilt, I usually make a nerdy quilt and then I'll sell it at a store at one of the shops, like or one of the convention centers, and they're usually one of the first things that sell because I try to make it as nerdy but elegant as possible. Um, I love making quilts. They're very relaxing and I love free motion because I can like, my mind turns off and it's just now part of a rhythm. It's like dancing, like, you're just hearing the music and nothing else around you surrounding, your body's just moving. That's how I feel like free motion quilting is for me. It's just peace and moving. So, yep, that is a plan today. I'm gonna head off to the store and I'm gonna go get me a, green drink so I can get my party started on, doing stuff. And that's it. So I will talk to y'all later. I'll see you tomorrow on Monday. Hopefully, I can give you some progression of how this bag's doing. I don't think it will be done tomorrow, but hopefully, we can get a progression shot. And I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a wonderful day and stay whimsical, guys. Bye.